Okay, guys, this is the Sheridan at Hobe Sound, assisted living community for senior citizens. Okay, and that means that there's going to be caretakers, community activities, and things for seniors to do where they're pretty much self-contained. They'll have shuttle buses that'll run to the grocery store to assist them. In first world countries, this is where seniors go to die. Okay, they go to gated, assisted living communities. Okay, and these are starting in the 300,000 range. And there's, of course, a community pool. There's a clubhouse, and these are like single-family homes, but within a community. Okay, that has a main building that not just has like a clubhouse for activities, but again, it has caretakers, it has shuttle buses, and things that will help seniors live an independent life until the day they die. So this is a newly built community that they are not fully done with. They just started. And you see that road there is going to be developed, and they're going to stretch the community out. We're in a boom time right now at the end of 2020, going into 2021, where housing is going up like crazy. And it's amazing, the coronavirus has made the house, for some people, more valuable than ever. Excuse me a little bit as we may go into the sun, but so, you have to look online, okay, for all the activities that are included, okay, within this assisted living community. But an assisted living community, again, is just extra resources for seniors who don't have people living with them, whether they're a widow or whether they're a couple and they don't have children, or their children don't live with them, and they need others to at least be there if they need them. And so it's a regular townhome community. It's just like owning a house. It's not a 55 and older community. It's an assisted living community. 55 and older community simply means you have to be at least of the age of 55 to live in there, and you can't have children living with you. It's only for 55 and older adults, not for children, because they don't want, they don't want that atmosphere. They're creating a different atmosphere. This, though, is for people who need assistance to live on their own. And, people, when you get to an older stage in life, in your 70s, 80s, 90s, I would say from your 70s to your 90s are probably the age demographic of this community. You fear falling and no one's there. I've fallen and I can't get up. You fear that, you are not that good behind the wheel anymore of driving your car, but you need to go to the grocery store. You need to go to, the DMV, or you need to go run an errand. And so who do you call when you are in your 70s, 80s, and 90s and your grandkids live in another state, or you have no family? You call the clubhouse, and they come and send a shuttle bus to, take you off to run your errands. That's assisted living. Now, what's the HOA fee and what are the property taxes? I don't know. You'll have to look that up. Again, this is in Hobe Sound, right off Route 1. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but the Sheridan, or the Sheridan. A nice enough looking house. It's a typical South Florida decor type style house, and close to amenities. Excuse me while we go into the sun. And so, look, when you're older, and again, you're scared to live on your own because, you need a little bit of help. You're degrading physically or mentally. This is a possibility now for people who have money. Now, if you don't have money, are you able to live here? Probably not. What you're probably going to do if you don't have money is you're probably going to be in a subsidized housing, and you're just going to call the ambulance if you need help, and you're going to live in a community where they have discounts for seniors to ride, shuttle buses. This is more or less a self-contained, okay, nicer end. This is like the big main. Well, you'll see it better once we get past the sun here. This is the big main clubhouse that basically has all your infrastructure for care, for activities. This is where you're going to get your shuttle bus. This is where you're going to, or your shuttle bus will come. This is where you're going to do everything. This is like an emergency room. Okay. This is an emergency room drop off before you go to the emergency room. Okay. This is assisted living. Okay. And this is how seniors who have money spend their final days. Okay. Seniors, again, who don't have money, they're still going to get taken care of. Just not going to be as nice a house. It's going to be in an apartment somewhere. It's good. They're still going to be able to get the bus. They're still going to be able to shop for groceries. This is the bus shuttle right here. Little like mini bus. Someone asked me the other day, well, what do you do if you're disabled? Well, you file for disability employment, and you get money from the government, and you file for subsidized housing. Look, guys, I'm not God. Look, I wish no one was disabled. I wish no one was old and sick. But if you got money, you go in a community like this. If you don't have money, you apply for government assistance. That's what first world countries do. In third world countries, they have a lot of kids. They all huddle together. They live together. They take care of each other to the day they die. Not because they want to, but because that's how you survive in third world countries. You don't have government help. You don't have community help. You have your family. So you keep having kids, and you're never going to get out of that cycle until you marry someone from a first world country and you leave your third world country. But that's the reality of life, okay? And where you're born and your circumstance and, how it all evolves. And this is Route 1, north facing. You're probably about 10, 15 minutes away from Jupiter, Florida, which is a very nice area. You're 10 minutes away from the Atlantic Ocean. You have a bunch of supermarkets, shops, and even some restaurants, because you're also not that far from Stuart, Florida. You're about 15 minutes. And I just read the sign there. They're starting at $360,000. Now, that does not include, I don't know what the HOA fee would be, again, what taxes would be, and then you still have utility bills. So that's for the upper middle class seniors. That's what that community is for, upper middle class senior citizens. And, look, at the end of the day, whether you live in a nice community like that when you're older or live in a little apartment, I live in a car. At the end of the day, what matters is you're probably only going to use your kitchen, your bathroom, and your bed. You're probably only going to use 100 to 200 square feet of your house, whether you live in a gated assisted living community or a little apartment in a subsidized housing. So a big part of your life, it's just cosmetic. So most of your life is going to just be around 100 to 200 square feet, especially when you're that old. So it's nice to have extra amenities, but really just focus on self-care and enjoy your life. Because if you're in a first world country, that's something to be said for. That's a blessing. And if you're not, there's people still happy in third world countries. I don't know. I'm just trying to share with you a visual perspective on what life is, okay? And adding some audible comments so you can get real life opinion from my perspective on how life plays out, the demographics, the economics, the mindset. This is all part of that journey. The average human only lives 80 years. So how do you want to spend your 80 years? How can you reposition your life when you have the time, opportunity, and willingness? But you got to put some willingness into changing your life. If you don't do that, guys, someone else has to decide what you should do and where you should live and how you should live. And for some people, it's actually better for someone else to decide because they've made a string of poor decisions and they don't have good decision making. For other people, they're going to be more independent. They're going to pay a price of sacrificing, of making bad decisions and having to correct themselves. But, look, there's no perfect answer in life. There's what can you do within your abilities, within your budget? How can you improve your life? Take one step at a time, wake up early, stay active, and just do the best you can with what you have. That's the bottom line. So hopefully my videos help you in some way. If they do, click the thumbs up and click the blue join button if you'd like to support the channel. Thank you to all my members. And bottom line, guys, is will I die in an assisted living home in Florida? I don't know. I hope not. That's really not my goal, but teach their own. So thank you for watching. I will see you guys and girls in the next video. Keep pushing forward. Peace.